Hi, welcome to Tech Tricks tutorial. Today, we're going to show you how to use Microsoft Power BI Desktop. It's a step-by-step beginner guide for everyone to follow easily. If you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's get right into it. Today, we'll be exploring the basics of Microsoft Power BI Desktop. Power BI Desktop is a powerful tool that allows you to analyze and visualize data to gain valuable insight. In this beginner's guide, we'll cover the fundamental steps to help you get started with Power BI Desktop. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a solid understanding of the essential features and workflows in Power BI Desktop, enabling you to explore and present your data effectively. So, if you're ready to embark on the journey with Power BI Desktop, let's dive right in and discover the basics of this powerful data tool, Analytics. Now, to download Microsoft Power BI Desktop, you're going to have to go to Microsoft.com and search for Power BI. And then in this page, you will be able to download Power BI by clicking on Download over here or Download over here on the top. And then you will be redirected to the Microsoft Store in your desktop. After that, you will be able to install Microsoft Power BI. Now, this is what Power BI would look like on our computer right now. This is where we will be able to access and do all the different things that we can do with the features available in Power BI Desktop. As you can see here immediately on our homepage, we can import our data from Excel, import our data from SQL Server, or paste it into a block table, or try a sample dataset over here. You could also get data from another source by clicking this button over here. As you can see here on the left side, you will be able to switch through the different views like report view, data view over here. Right now, we don't have anything yet because we haven't had any data yet. We're going to check them out later. And you could also have here your model view. Going back here on our report view, we're going to stay here for the meantime. Over here on the right side, you will be able to see visualization. You will be able to see all of these different types of chart to visualize your report. For example, there's also a field map over here for geographic data related to your reports. There's also global over here, bar graph, pie graph, line graph, all of those simple types of graph and more complicated versions of graph. Over here also, you could add your values over here, add data fields in this section. You could drill through cross reports and keep all filters in this section. You could minimize this. You could also add filters to your data to help you find your information much easily because in some cases, there will be hundreds and thousands of data from your sheet and it will be hard to find specific data. So you could use your filters over here. You could also click on the data over here, which would allow you to also do the same thing. Very similar, you could search for the specific data that you would like to see. Over here on the top, you will be able to get data from multiple sources. You could connect them, and then you will be able to get the data similar to what we are seeing right now on our screen. You can also click on the Excel workbook over here, which would allow you to import from a Microsoft Excel workbook if ever you have your data on a Microsoft Excel. There's also Data Hub over here, which allows you to discover data from your organization, import data from your SQL Server database. Very similar to what we are seeing right now. There's also recent sources over here. You can click this. Also Dataverse over here. And you can also transform your data by clicking this button over here. You could add new visual to your report. You could add a text box. You could add more visuals from AppSource or from your files, maybe an image if you would like to add. There's new measure, quick measure, sensitivity, and publish over here. You can insert different things like you can insert a blank page or duplicate a page that you have. You can add new visual, more visual like we saw earlier, add a Q&A, have key influencer, a decomposition tree if you would like to have a visual tree for your report, a smart narrative, paginated report, power apps, power automate, text box, buttons over here if you would like to add, different shapes over here, and you could add image in this section over here. Under modeling, you would be able to add measurements over here like tables, change detection, new parameters over here, manage role, view as, Q&A once again. You could change the language in this section, your linguistic schema over here. You could also view things differently. You could edit what your graphs would look like. As you can see here, different themes are available depending on how you would look like, how you would like your design to look like. You could also browse for themes. If none of these themes are for your liking, you could also see your theme gallery over here, or you could customize your current theme with your own colors. You could also change the page view over here from fit to page, fit to width, or actual size over here, just like that. For now, we're going to stay with fit to page so we can see. You can also change it to mobile layout, mobile over here. As you can see here, it's introducing us to mobile only formatting. But for now, we're not going to deal with that. But this is what it would look like right now. For now, we're going to disable this. And we're going to go back here. We're going to add grid lines if you would like to have grid lines. Snap to grid, block objects, and all of those stuff. You could also have filters, bookmark, selection, performance analyzer, and sync slicers over here. Click on optimize and you will be able to optimize your presentation. Now for now, we're going to try a sample data set by clicking on this button over here, and it will provide us a sample data for us to use. As you can see here, there are two ways to use a sample data. For making a tutorial, as you can see here, like what we are doing right now, or we could experiment on our own. We're going to go with load sample data over here. And as you can see, it's connecting to a data source. So we're going to wait for it to get the data from the connection. As you can see here right now, we have our navigator. We could select sheets over here that we could use as a sample data for our presentation. Right now, we're going to load this data into our Power BI. So we're going to wait for a few moments and let's wait for it to load our data. As you can see, there are pending changes in your query that haven't been applied. We're going to wait for it to apply. It's currently creating connection in our model. This is what you would usually also look like when you import it from Excel, import it from SQL, or if you paste it on a blank table, it will be much faster, of course, because you already have the data. Now over here, it's asking us to select or drag a field from data panel. As you can see here, we have our financials into our report canvas. So that's what we're going to do. Going to lower this, and as you can see, we could select our dates over here. For example, we could move our date in this section, and it will automatically put it on our canvas over here. We're going to wait for it to load. As you can see here, there it is. Our data is now loaded. We have our data over here. We could add our country. We could drag it into our section over here. Right now, it's not working because maps and visual are disabled. We will be able to enable them by going to File, Options, and Setting, and accepting for our global security. For now, we're not going to do that, so we're going to delete this. You need to click on the three dots and remove. That is how you will be able to delete your data. I'm going to move this to the side for now. You could choose any of this option that we have right now. For example, month name, month number, product, just like that. You will be able to add it to your page. And as you can see, we can extend it and just like that. We have it as presented over here. You could add month number and it will automatically appear over here also. You could add your profit, sale price, or you could also remove sections that you don't want to see. Like the country, you don't need to know that. You could remove the month name. Never mind, we could remove the month number instead, just like that. And as you can see, we have a more cleaner option. Then you could add units sold. You could add the year, the segment over here, just like that. And if you would like to visualize your data over here, this is our data. We could click on our visualization. We could exit this so that it doesn't bother us. And we could add maybe a stock bar chart over here. And we would be able to see it on a bar chart. As you can see, our data is now changed from a table to a graph over here. We could change it to stop column, just like that. We will be able to see different ways of presenting our data depending on our options over here. As you can see here, we have our December data over here. We have all of these different types of chart that you could use to better visualize your report depending on what you think would work better. And simply experiment, check what you need, check what would work the best, and use whatever works the best for you. And just like that. You could edit your data over here, choose what type of data is being shown. You could edit them in this section. You could add more or remove your data over here. If you would like to have multiple pages similar to Excel, you're simply going to click on the plus page over here and you will be able to add another data section over here. You can simply drag and drop whatever data you would like to see. For example, sales. Just like that, we have our sales over here. And then you could change the visualization for this specific one. You change it to a line graph, maybe, just like that. or maybe just a bar graph once again. Going to bother that for now. And then we could add cogs over here as a separate section, just like that. Maybe we want it as a bar graph. Over here, we could add country into this section. As you can see, it's going to change. The more information you add to a specific table, the more things will change. As you can see here, when we add the date, it's going to change accordingly, and we could change the way we would like to see it by simply changing it over here on the right side. And change it to stock just like that. And if you would like to see the specific data, of course, you're going to click on your report over here. You could show us table just like that, and you will be able to see the table evolve in this page over here on your presentation. It's very useful for presenting a lot of data, and you would like to present it in ways that are creative and very visually informative. You could use this Power BI for your presentation. And that's it, guys. That's the basics of how to use Power BI Desktop. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.